Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let me formally introduce myself one more time. My name is Waithera Orata Caroline Waithera, but I would love and I usually love to go with the name Waithera for my social media and also for my new friends that I made who are not African. And I've been having this YouTube for like a good 4 years, and guess what? I just went back to a video that I had in this YouTube whereby I was celebrating Christmas back home with my grandmother and everyone. It was, I think, November 2020 to 2021, and then the whole video until January 2021 or 2021 is in my video. And wow, I'm looking at how far I've come and my Christmas memories from back home, and that is insane. It's so touching. And wow, guys, you should go check out my old videos when I was in Nairobi, Kenya, but in my home village in Kiambu. And guys, you know what? It's Christmas Eve. So you know what that means as a Christian? I'm going to be celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. What does that mean to me? My Christianity and my faith has decreased me coming to Hong Kong. I, for some reason, don't even feel the spirituality in the churches I usually go to. I've tried 2 churches, and one church has another different branch in a place I was staying. I don't feel the vibe. Obviously, I don't feel the African vibe of getting into the spirit, you know, the praise, the worship, the choruses and everything, being a Presbyterian, because my church is Presbyterian Church of East Africa, PCEA, and there's a Presbyterian here, but actually it's Chinese. So I've gone to 2 churches, but are kind of similar, but I don't feel it. I know it's spiritual, but it has been really something I'm looking forward to better days, church wise. So I've not had like a farm church friendship. I've not had like like friends who we go to church together, like events we go to church together. And I think that is something I might need to improve this coming year. I saw, because I actually moved, so that is one of the things I'm going to celebrate this year. I moved from a place called Yonglong in the New Territories. I was staying in a tiny apartment. Goodness, you guys need to see where I was staying. And I stayed in this place from since 2023 February to 2024 August. Guys, have a look. Have a look. My humble abode. Been here for an year, and so far not bad. Very tiny space. Yep, and my food, Kenyan tea, Kericho Gold. And my plants. So from that day, I think that's exactly an year ago, and I definitely moved. I moved to this bigger and better room, and that's story for another day. Focusing on the Christmas mood that I'm having, it's totally different. Like, it has been totally different from since 3 years ago. Definitely, like I said earlier, obviously not being with my parents and getting to adapt, and celebrating Christmas my own way with my new friend, who are not very consistent sometimes, but you know, with time, as you grow as well, you make new friends and better friends, so you get to have like better decisions in life and make better friends. So Christmas this year might be different a little bit. from the rest, because I'm used to going to actually Africa Center of Hong Kong for my Christmas, like for lunch, meeting people, and it's usually like a Zimbabwean night because most of the people there are like Zimbabweans. But I don't know about this year, and I'm hoping for the best. But let me say, if I was at home, definitely there's a lot of cleaning, general cleaning to be done, a lot of decoration. Me growing up, actually, my grandmother used to like decorate the house all over, by the walls, by the ceiling, everywhere. Like, it was so beautiful. And then we kept the decorations for the next year, and I was like, from since I remember until like 10 years old. But I think that the last 10 years, actually let's say 15 years, that hasn't been happening. I think with the new generations of us coming in, my grandmother getting old, and now my uncle's bringing up a new vibe of going out, you know, coming back from the city to the village, it changed the whole decoration thing. So if you check my video of 2020 2021 when I was in my village for Christmas and New Year's celebration, you see there's not much decoration going on, just a lot of cooking and a lot of relatives back home, going back home, and me hanging out with my baby cousins, who are now very big, by the way, maybe even taller than me. And yeah, that was it basically. So in the past, like, let's say 10 years, Christmas has been me, obviously, because I've grown up with my grandparents and my mom, of course. My uncles would come from like the city with their wives and their kids, and then they would just come and we'd celebrate with them, and they would bring us gifts. So normally back home, I realized that the people from the city are the ones bringing gifts, and then when they're going back to the city, we give them gifts. That's their culture. That's how I've grown up, you know. So my uncles, they would, even today, probably even they're there yesterday, obviously, and then they'll just bring gifts from Nairobi, you know, clothing, new attires, shopping. Like, shopping, food shopping is a thing. When you're going to the village in Kenya, food shopping is the thing. You have to bring shopping for your parents and your grandparents. So yeah, me growing up in my grandparents' house with my mom, my uncles, who are my mom's brother, would bring like a lot of shopping. You would eat, then my grandmother and I and one of my auntie or two aunties would be in the kitchen from morning, you know, from dawn until 4 p.m. That's the time you're actually having your first meal, and then the meal are prepared in a buffet, and then you guys are just eating various type of traditional Kikuyu meals. Oh my god, that composure. I really miss my grandmother's food. My mom's chapati is a flat bread like the Indian paratha. Oh my god, mokimo, minji, you know, githeri. Oh, traditional Kikuyu meals were amazing. And yo, we ate, and then when they're cooked on 25th, right? So 24th, that Christmas Eve, would be like, you guys are just ready for Christmas, ready for cooking, eating lightly, and did I say general cleaning? Yeah. What else would be doing? Yeah, nothing much actually. Would be just looking forward to Christmas. Yeah, would watch a lot of movies, would tell stories at night, would watch TV, but that's it. And then Christmas morning, sometime would wake up and go to church, but yeah, I would wake up late, and would wake up early to cook, and then there's no time for church because the guests have already arrived. You know, it's time to welcome your guests, because back home you have the culture of the guest has arrived, whether they are your family, as long as they don't stay there with them, they just come to visit. You have to treat them nicely. There's tea preparation. You know, we have cows back home, the milking of cows happening. My grandfather used to do that and does that till today. And then we're preparing the tea, you know, breakfast and heavy. I'm talking about like heavy breakfast then. And after the breakfast, there's no pausing. You continue cooking the main meal, which will be served like around about 4 p.m. Oh my god, that was good. I really miss that. And I really miss much my grandmother's cooking. And I remember on that video of 2021, there's a video of my grandmother teaching me how to, you know, smash some traditional meal called mokimo. It's not fufu, it's mokimo. Story for another day. Go check out that video, guys. It was amazing. And then now Christmas, after like lunchtime, people are now eating, people are full, people are mingling, people are dancing, the music, maybe the compound is, you know, noisy, music is loud out there. Some families will do barbecue, like heavy barbecue, like slaughtering a cow or a goat. So normally, if it's not a major event, goats were the thing. People would slaughter goats and invite us. So you'd find that my grandfather has been invited for goat slaughter ceremony on Christmas. So he would bring some ribs, lamb ribs, and beef ribs and stuff. And then my uncles, they would have neighbor friends like they have grown up with, and then they have also been invited, right? So they would bring food from that other family, and then we are there like we are kids, we just eating all over. I remember there was one time my stomach was not good at all because of eating too much and a lot of different meals at a go. It was my stomach was upset. So that's usually the vibe. So my uncles coming from like the city, they would come and mingle with their childhood friends who have also gotten married, they have kids, they've also come from other parts of the city, and they've come to also visit their parents. And then you're there as a young girl, you're just there hanging out with your uncles. I've grown up with four uncles, my mom, my grandmother, and my grandpa. So I've really grown up with a big community. So, and of course where I come from, we have a clan. So where my grandmother got married, that whole neighborhood is a big relative clan family. And then where my grandmother comes from, that's another big clan. And then for me, my grandmother just crossed the road to get married. So where my grandmother comes from is just opposite the main road. So I have family opposite the road, like besides each other, and that's my whole family. You get me? It's crazy, and I miss the unity. Then you find cousins who you've not seen for a while, those who stay in other different counties, they would come and stay over, and then of course they would sleep the night. The following morning you guys are still. And then the other thing is that there would be leftover foods. Leftover foods were the thing. There's nothing sweet as leftover food. Nothing sweet as that. You don't even prepare any other meal because there's foods from Christmas, and it will go until 26th and 27th. So Boxing Day also, there's still food. There's still enough food for everybody. The ribs, we call it nyama choma, the barbecued beef ribs, like cow ribs. Oh, that thing is good. Goat ribs is the thing. And so the whole from 24th, 25th, 26th and 27th until 28th, 29th, you're still spending time with your family, not worrying about school or work or anything. You're just enjoying new clothes, shopping, a lot of chocolate, a lot of sweets, a lot of candy, a lot of like oh my god, biscuits, cakes, juice. Like shopping was like a lot. And then things like you've not had for a while, and then you don't have it in your place, and then people bring it, and then you guys like exchange. It's usually fun, and then you get to mingle with each other. And that's the African culture in a Christmas perspective. I mean, that's a Christmas culture in the African perspective, and it's usually one, because it's usually a oneness thing I love about Africa. And obviously me speaking to like Africans in Hong Kong, friends from Tanzania, Uganda, Botswana, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, all over, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, oh my god, Somalia, Congo, Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Gambia. Oh, so many places. They have the same culture of oneness and togetherness, and it's nice. And more so as Christians, of course, Christmas is one huge event for us. And spiritually, Christmas, of course, it defines the rebirth. So basically it would be rebirth of Christ. So this is when Christ was born. And we all know the story behind Christ being born, Virgin Mary and her giving birth in a cowshed, or like that's biblical history about it. And then in a normal day reference of rebirth is being born again. So basically it would be like bringing Christ into your life. So that is basically like not baptism but reborn, like being born again, like accepting Jesus as your savior. And that is like in church on Christmas Day, that's what they usually even tell you. That's the word they spread. They'll tell you like, even if you're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, like a celebration, you have to accept Christ as a Christ in you, like bringing Christ in your life, like having a whole new life and bringing Christ to your life and having a rebirth. So accepting Christ would be like, now obviously doing like sins, listening to the word of the Lord and doing what the Lord commands and what the Lord says. And those are the things as Christians spiritually we celebrate in Christmas Day. And I think recently, 3 days ago, I had a friend of mine, a Tanzanian friend of mine. We had been talking about like rebirth and also getting born again. My friend is born again, and the friend was asking me about like what is my spiritual perspective of rebirth and being born again. And I was like, I've not found the best solution of this. I find it in me. I usually pray, I usually read the Bible sometime, but mostly sometimes I usually forget to pray, but sometimes I do pray. And of course I know deep down I cannot do without the Lord, like where I've come from and what I've been doing and even how I'm even living and everything. It's only the Lord who can save me or guide me. So I have this aspect of I don't believe in churches. I don't believe in all these different oh, it's noisy. The different what do you call it? It's different when you're coming from Africa, but I find that there's no much spirituality in the churches that I tend to. So sometimes I tend not to go to church, but I usually tend to like believe in Christ, but still barely go to church. And of course, as I said earlier when I began this video, I'm considering about like the rebirth of Christ in me, and because I know nobody can manage by themselves in this life. So that is a pending conversation, but we had this discussion like earlier with a friend of mine, and it's a very good aspect to see life as well. And I would challenge you as well to involve Christ in your day-to-day activities, however busy or good your life is. It's not up to you, it's by the grace and the love of the Lord, and yeah, it's a nice perspective to see it that way, because we cannot manage without the Lord, honestly speaking. And yeah, all said and done, I'm looking forward to better Christmas, maybe with my own family, better and stronger friends, with my family, as with my parents and also my grandparents in the near future. But for now, when I'm in Hong Kong at the moment, yeah, as I'm in Hong Kong at the moment, I will definitely enjoy Christmas the Hong Kong way. And guys, I think that will be it for now. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I will capture some shots on my YouTube and also my Instagram. My Instagram name is on my bio. My Facebook name is on my bio here on YouTube. Just check it out. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and let's engage in the comment section how you like this video, what more you're looking forward to, and maybe something you would advise on the channel as well. I would really appreciate it so much. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next vlog. Bye.